Today we are doing 13.9, choose appropriate graphs. And the first one we're going to talk about is a histogram. So here we're looking at the number of student callers. So this is 2 student callers, 3, 4, 2, and 1. And this is a bar graph. So what it means is down here you have some intervals, and it's the number of weekend calls. So 21 to 25 calls, 26 to 30, 31 to 35. So what that means is, if you look at the first bar here, number of calls, so 2 students will make 21 to 25 calls. Here, 3 students make about 26 to 30. And this is their data that they have collected for a number of student callers. So they sampled some student callers, and this is the results they got from their data. Here we have the box and whisker plot. This data doesn't necessarily show you how many students called, but it does give you kind of a range here. So if you look, 22 was the lowest range and 50 was the highest number of calls. So it shows you your lowest and your highest. And here from 28 to 40, that's where most of the calls stayed in between, with the middle being about right here. So again, it's important to know that this does not tell you specifically how many calls like the frequency table did. Stem and leaf plot. So here it says a stem and leaf plot lists all individual numerical data. So you know exactly how many people made how many calls here. So it says the plot has intervals of 10 because of our value system. And so the plot highlights frequency that cluster in the 30s and the upper 20s. So if you look, 2, 8 represents 28. So we had 22, 25, 26, 28. We had 30, 31, 32, 34, 36, 37, 38, 40, 42, 43, and then 50. So you can see that a lot of people were in the 30s and upper 20s because of the 5 and the 6. That's 25, 26, 28. Now the circle graph compares parts of the data to the whole. So here it's giving you percentages. So here we have our salaries at 37.5%. Our rent is 25% of the total. Our equipment is 12.5%, and our supplies is 20%, with 5% being utilities. So it's comparing whatever we're looking at. In this case, it's looking at a monthly budget. This is how much we're spending percentage-wise. It's not giving you an actual dollar amount. It's just giving you a percentage. A bar graph, which you can see right here, which is very similar to the frequency, but this one is listing exactly how much something costs. So this gives you an actual comparison on exact dollar amounts. So here it says utilities, and that's 1,000. Equipment is a little less than 2,500, and supplies is almost 4,000. Rent is almost 5, and so on. So you can see approximately about how much each item costs. We also have a line graph, so that shows change in data over change in time, and a line graph is just your line like this, where you can see exactly how much something is happening over time. Let's get into our first example. It says why Americans exercise, and it's given you some percentages here. It says 65% do it to stay healthy, 7% do exercise to look good, 18% exercise to lose weight, and 10% exercise to have fun. So it's asking you to decide which type of graph out of the ones we talked about would best fit the representation of this data. So your choices are, if you go back, you have the histogram, which shows the frequency. You have the box and whisker plot, which shows the distribution and the spread of the data. You have the bar graph, which shows the relationship or comparisons between the categories, so how much is each category. And then you have the circle graph, which compares parts of the data to the whole. And you have the line graph that shows the change in data over time. So when you look here, you have some percentages. So I'm going to say that this is a circle graph. And the reason I'm choosing circle graph, write that out, is because it's telling us the percentage over the whole. Let's look at example 2. It says Rita found speeds to be of the 20 fastest animals in miles per hour to be, and she lists all of these out. So she's listed all of them out, and so I would say that 2 possibilities: a box and whisker plot to show you the distribution, or I would say a stem and leaf, because you'll be able to line them all up and show that what exact amount is for each of them. So I'm going to write box and whisker, or a stem, and leaf. Example number 3, it says identify the type of graph that will best illustrate the data for each situation. Explain your reasoning. So it says the most popular TV show of your classmates. So again, you have to decide which graph would be the best for that one. I would say that it would be a bar graph, because you can show the different categories, and then you can go ahead and show how many of each classmates picked that category or that show. So the category would be show. So I'm going to go ahead and write a bar graph. B says the water level variation of each tank for 1 week. I'm going to go say a line graph. A line graph will show the changes over time and the trends. So a line graph.